Yeah, first thing I would like to welcome Jane Baker here. Give her a big hand for being with us, taking a lot of trouble, traveled from UK.
Yes.
Yes. And first thing, I would like to tell something about Jetking legacy. Jetking was born immediately after our independence, about 78 years back. And we started importing. World War II had ended in Germany, UK, and all of you know now Ukraine and UK, USSR war is going on. So you can understand what type of destruction, and also two bombs were uh, thrown on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So after a lot of destruction, my family came from Pakistan and Sindh state, where also most of the Hindus had to uh, uh, come to India, and he had didn't have much money. He started the business and started with manufacturing do-it-yourself kits, how to repair and maintain radios, tape recorders, TVs. So that was a big innovation. And in India also there was a lot of unemployment. So people will buy kits from us, make it, sell in the market, and make money, maybe 10 rupees, 20 rupees, and it was great. He had a uh, he had a liking for Heath kit from UK, where their Mr. Heath was in USA, but he used to sell kits, and they were all types of kits: radio, tape recorder, TV. In fact, he used to make a aeroplane kit, a small
Yes.
single. Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Heath died. The kits were so good or so perfect, he made that anybody, irrespective of his technical knowledge, he will be able to uh, make that radio tape recorder. He will not never fail, and same type of guarantee we will give here. We were follower of this, and I think Pearson's also has been revolutionize everything in TVs, or a lot of courses they have, which I think Meghna or Jane will give us more knowledge. Our motto was banish unemployment. You know, unemployment is a major issue in every place. Though you cannot uh, eradicate unemployment, is too much, but we are trying with joining hands with Pearson. We are trying to do more and more, bring employment to India. Uh, our core methodology is smart train. As I told Jane, that I was in US, almost going there for 7 years, 15 days each, and learn how to train. Training is a very boring subject. A person just sees this, doesn't like. A lot of people don't like, but this person, Bob Pike, gave a
Yes.
great way of training, which was fun, faster, and easier. And I think Pearson also must be following enjoyable way of learning. When you, our mind, otherwise, sorry, बंद करो. So our brain wants some quality, quantity, and fun in this. In India, fun means daru pina, yeah, something, wasting time or something. But in London and in US, fun means you use your energy in education, do things. It should be practical. So I think there's our partnership will go long way to make learning, training fun, and so it will be also immersive and easier way. There's a training in programs like cloud computing, cyber security, chip design, metaverse, and digital marketing. We are training in this, and they have got lot many programs. and that is going to be big advantage. These are vocational courses, but we have a degree courses here in Pearson. So I have been, Pearson was, I remember about 20 years back, was very popular in India. And last, we have been hearing that we had a great fortune of having a collaboration with this. I think it will go big way to make us successful. So I would, Jane is a very particular and disciplined lady. She told me that she will come at 1 o'clock and 1:20 she will go away.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So we'll not waste more time.
So how does Pearson ensure that its partnership are mutually beneficial and aligned with the goals of both the parties, you and Jetking?
Thank you, and I hope I may use the excuse to give you a little bit of history as
Yes,
well.
that is lovely.
And
Give us as much
to
possible.
hear of your story of Jetking is amazing. I trump you. Pearson is 175 years old.
More than 100 and more than Jetking.
175 years old. And we're dedicated in the last sort of 50 years to education and learning. And in fact, one of the qualifications that we're proud to be partnering with Jetking on, the Higher National Qualification, was first designed and first rolled out in an engineering subject in 1921 in response to the massive skill shortage post the First World War. So we have a huge history of designing qualifications, and we're extremely proud to be working with you. So Pearson operates in more than 200 countries, and the qualifications that we're going to be working with Jetking on, our BTEC qualifications, are delivered in 65 countries to more than 1 million learners every year. And if, for instance, in the UK, 1 in 4 working age adults has one of our qualifications. Working age adults.
Okay.
From 18 to 65.
Yes.
25% of the population will have our qualification.
Lovely. Give
So
a big hand. It is
So
wonderful.
why I think we'll be successful is, I think because we share the vision and the passion. And I go back a little bit to one of my first bosses when I first started working in education. And he always used to say to me, people ask him, what industry do you work in? And he'd say, I'm in the futures market.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Because this is about the future. And our work together is about giving our learners and our students every opportunity to excel, to have great lives for them and their families. And the big difference, I think, with our qualifications is not only are they built on this the same academic rigour as all UK higher education degrees, but they're built hand in hand with industry. So we make sure that we have future-facing skills in our qualifications. So we're proud to be working with you, for example, on the cloud computing.
So we should shake hands.
Which we designed with the support of Amazon Web Services. And,
Amazon Web Services.
AWS, Amazon Web Services. So always our qualifications have the academic rigour, they have the content informed by industry, forward-looking, using our data analytics to think about the skills that are going to be needed for the future. And they have a learning style which is experiential, practical, learning by doing, fun, and those are the skills that employers tell us they want. Too often we hear the gap between what employers need and graduates sometimes come to employers with, and it's that ability to analyse, synthesise, problem solve and apply their learning. I hope that answered some of your questions.
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
What is your...
Our mission is to add life to a lifetime of learning. Because by 2030 there will be 1 billion people who will need reskilling. 1 billion people. And we all know
2020?
that by 2030
30.
there will be
Just
1 billion
6
people.
years now.
The OECD and World Bank say. So we know that our children in school today, even children in upper school, 14-year-olds, the jobs they will have don't even exist yet. So we have to actually educate our young people to love learning, to keep learning, to reskill and to have the ability to adapt and be resilient. Because with the move of AI, for example, and digitisation, jobs are going to be changing so fast.
How does Pearson handle disagreements or conflicts that may arise due to the partnership?
Oh, well, first of all, we work very hard to make sure there are none, and we very much do see ourselves as a collaborator and a partner. So my interest is in building deep, long-term relationships where we support each other in that. But I think like any good relationship, perhaps like a marriage, you have to listen.
So you need
to
some
each other.
psychologist.
You have to talk. To, you have to talk to each other, and obviously, because we are awarding the qualifications, we do have very close academic rigour, and I think that's about adding that support, working in partnership with you to make sure that your trainers are skilled, you know, and can deliver what we need.
And what level of flexibility does Pearson offers in terms of customizing partnership agreements to meet the organization's specific needs and requirements?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really great question. So, on one hand, I think a strength of our qualifications is that they are consistent wherever they're taught around the world. So, for example, if you're doing the cloud computing qualification, it would be the same syllabus whether you were in Mumbai, whether you're in Mombasa, or whether you're in the Maldives. But we do actually work with our centres, our providers and employers to co-design our qualifications as well. Now we may just co-design a few modules of those qualifications to meet a particular local need that you have, or indeed an entire qualification. So some recent examples have been, we were asked by BMW to design a qualification in production engineering for their BMW plants around the world, and we were asked by a consortium allied to the British government to do a higher national diploma in space engineering for the number of space centres that are sending up satellites. So we will then work with them with their expertise of content and our academic expertise to co-design with you.
How does Pearson ensure that it's access to the latest resource, tools and technology?
So what we do is we develop qualifications along with the industry. So whatever that is we do, and these are all UK developed qualifications. They are in touch with the industry, different corporates. So we keep innovating and updating these qualifications from time to time. So whatever, be it engineering, be it AI, be it semiconductor. For instance, we've launched semiconductor and esports in Vietnam, which we're now bringing to India. So whatever is needed in the industry, we make sure we work with them so that the learners at the end of the day benefit and they get relevant jobs.
And we review our qualifications every year.
What's the ongoing communication between the reporting process? Does Pearson have this in place with partners informed and engaged? How do you communicate between the partners?
So we have an ongoing communication. We have a sales team which all the while are in touch with them. There is a QA team, there is a customer support team. So there's ongoing support which is happening, whether be it on qualifications, approvals, any updates. There's a detailed training program which happens from our side to the teachers who in turn deliver the program, ongoing and on invoicing, billing, any issues there's an ongoing support which is available around the clock.
Thanks.
I would like to add here, she had spoken a word about rigor. So with rigor we bring relevance. These two words are very important. If we both have this in mind, so if we have to become relevant to India, some changes, modification has to be done with their basics and best of the training, and we have to customize to India. We know local conditions, we know while running Jetking for almost 75 years, we have been doing a lot of market research, what people want. So this is going to be really fantastic, and it will be very helpful. On fun part of it, he is from film industry. He reports films. So do you like films and theatre?
Well, I do, but my background before I joined Pearson was running universities in London. I started off running creative industry courses, so film, television, sound engineering, music technology, etc. So yes, of course, I love the film industry.
So you would like to ask one or two questions?
AI is changing a scenario. AI is changing a scenario in the entertainment industry. Do you think something a boon for the industry, for the entertainment industry, or?
Do I think? Sorry.
AI, artificial intelligence, a boon for the entertainment industry?
Will
or
help.
Yeah.
I think there's some real risks there, aren't there? There's some real risks, as we've seen recently with the strikes that have been happening in the US for writers and actors. There's some real risks, I think,
Sure.
around how people's
coffee.
personas are going to actually be taken and used for not good purposes. So I personally think AI is going to be amazing for education as well. But I think, like every country, we need to put careful guardrails in place around it, because I think, like a lot of technology, there are risks there.
And there is a lot of concern about deep fake videos also of the celebrities.
Exactly.
And that is something which will.
That's exactly what I meant there. So, we won't need to employ George Clooney or anyone, because we'll just be able to make him. So there's some real risks there, aren't there, that we've got to have these guardrails and protections. And it's around people's IP and their copyright, isn't it, really?
And one thing, when our Prime Minister Modi met,
Yes.
now he's been given a Nobel Prize. I think it was announced, and when Meloni of Italy came.
Yes.
So there was a lot of fun trolling, and so there should be some trolling between you and me.
You can be
Yes.
George Clooney. Who can I be? Angelina Jolie.
And Jolie.
One question for you, ma'am. How does Pearson measures the success of its partnership?
In one way, the success of the learners. It's all about the learner outcomes, because we do what we do. If we do right, and we're honourable, we're hardworking, we're robust, we have rigour, then our learners are going to go on and succeed. So genuinely, when I go around the world and I meet the head of companies, particularly engineering companies, for example, some of the Bentley, they say to me, "Oh, I have an HND.
I have.
I have a higher national diploma.
Okay.
That's my qualification."
Yes.
And then the next one.
High
And you
definition.
see how this has changed people's lives. You see how this has given them an affordable, because it's local, internationally recognised in 1,200 universities around the world, UK higher education programme that is a visa in a way for them. If they want to go and work in Canada, US, UK, it's recognised there. Or indeed, if they were staying and working at home, industry recognises our qualifications. So the success is only in one way. We only get that reputation by bringing that quality, that robustness, that rigour. So it's student outcomes.
It is. I would like to add here that Jetking has from 47, 48, when even I was not born. See, my father's motto, vision, was banish unemployment.
Yeah.
So in the beginning I said, so I'm just repeating, and she has added, getting them job. We at Jetking also give money back guarantee. That if you don't get jobs, we will give you money back. So one thing I want to say that we never had to give. Few cases we had to give them money back. We have also trained 1.1 million people.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, and our audience is from challenged background. People who are vendors here, their kids, and taxi driver kids, and we have been helping. And now we have got better duty to do. We have joined hands with Tilak University, and we get higher quality of people. So there we will be able to do some justice to Pearson. So it is real fun.
And I think it's worth saying, I mean, Pearson, as you said, has been in India for 30 years. I think we have about 1,300 staff based here in India. So this is not a UK just, sending a service
Yes,
over.
yes.
That you asked earlier, so our team here, including our quality assurance people, our customer service to help students if they're stuck, are all based here. So although Pearson's been in India for 30 years, it's only in the last 18 months really I've come into role, Siddharth's come into role, and we've really seen the opportunity, haven't we, Sid?
Absolutely.
So it's going to be really very nice collaboration. Yeah.
Just like to add one more thing about Pearson BTEC courses, because we were talking about how experiential it is and how fun it is for students, and I also have recently joined like 8 months ago. What I've learned is students love about the course is that they get away from the theory and they get actually into the practical learning, and they don't have to write exams. All of us hated exams in our childhood. So students don't have to write exams. They learn via all the teachings, and then they apply in their assignments and case studies and group discussions or the presentations that they do. So that is something that really helps them to apply the knowledge that they've learned and then take it forward in the industry. And I think that's the most fun part about Pearson BTEC courses that we offer to students.
Yes, yes.